What's going on, guys? Dark Saint here, bringing you guys another video talking to you about the Division. Today we're going over chest armor. If you guys didn't check out my gas mask video, be sure to check that out. It's got a lot of good information about gas mask, armor ratings, everything that you need to know. That covers everything about gear score, all that. Be sure to check that one out. Today we're going to go over chest pieces, how to make your chest piece stronger, and what kind of chest piece you guys are looking for. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. Alright, you guys, the first thing we're going to look at is a comparison between a 182 high-end versus a 191 gear set, aka 191 mint armor. Now, as you can see, based off these numbers, again, the 182 is stronger than the 191. Just slightly, but it's still stronger. Now, I do have to let you guys know that the 191 gear set armor rating is actually estimated. There's not a blueprint for me to actually look at, so I couldn't actually tell you what the armor rating is. But again, I'd say I'm about 90% accurate on what that rating is based off of how much difference is between this armor and the other armors of the same type. So I would say that's about 90% accurate. The attribute rating is 100% accurate, so you can definitely rely on that. Either way, you guys, these are the ratings between the 182 and the 191. Just to keep that in mind if you guys are looking to make your character stronger. Sometimes it might be better to go down your gear score in order to become stronger based off these numbers here. The next comparison that we're going to give is between the 204 high-end versus the 214 gear set. And again, you'll notice that the 204 does have higher stats than the 214. Now, keep in mind, keeping a 214, just like the same thing with the gas mask, it might be better to keep the 214 in exchange for the gear set ability that comes with having a full set of gear set items. However, if you already have a full set of gear set items, you have 2 extra slots, you really don't know what to do with them, and it doesn't really make sense to run 2 of any other armor setting, that's fine. You can go ahead and you can make that option to go ahead and swap those out for some 204. This will lower your gear score. However, it can be more beneficial to you given that these numbers are higher and the ratings are higher. So be sure to check that out whenever you guys are making your strongest character build. Alright, now the last comparison we're going to look at is going to be your 240 gear set items versus your 204 high-end. Now, of course, your 240 are the strongest armor in the game with the strongest attributes. That's a given. But, I mean, how can it not be? How hard is it to get your hands on a 240 gear set, much less 6 pieces? This is a very time-consuming, a very challenging process. I don't care who you are. You can say the incursion's easy or whatever. Most of you guys, you boosted all your armor out of there, so you ain't got to lie to me anyway. Point is, that incursion on challenge mode is hard. I've beaten it multiple times, and every time I've beaten it, it is hard. All it takes is one mess up, and it's over, man. It is absolutely over. I've been at round 15 watching the tank bleed out because we've already set the bomb and wiped because we got careless, and we just weren't paying attention, and we all died literally as the tank was bleeding out. So anyone tells you that that thing's easy, they're out of their mind. It's not necessarily the most challenging thing in the world, but it is definitely not easy. Either way, you guys, we do have to remind you guys that the armor rating is estimated on the 240 gear set because, again, there is no blueprint. Also, the armor rating on the 214 was also estimated as there, again, was not a blueprint for the 214 gear set. However, these estimations throughout this video, I would have to say, are about 90% accurate given the jump between one set of armor and the next one. The attributes are 100% accurate. However, the armor rating, I do have to let you guys know that is estimated. Now, my armor rating on this specific piece of armor, if you subtract the 639 from my 1,583, my total armor rating is 944. And if you take away my gear piece on my armor, it actually lowers my attribute to 677. The maximum being 678. So I do have as close as you can get to max. And honestly, even if I take my gear set item off, it actually says 678. So I look at the blueprint, it says 677. I look at the armor without the gear set, it says 678. I don't know what I have. I guess I have the max, or I have like 677 and a half, and the game doesn't know how to read it. Either way, the maximum attribute level is 678, and the maximum armor is roughly around 1,000 to 1,020. That is the best possible gear you can get currently in the game. Alright, so now all the numbers are out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into the major attributes of your armor. First major attribute slot you have between health, armor, damage to elites, and protection from elites. The one thing you want here is armor. Put armor in this slot. As your first major attribute, put armor in this slot. Make sure it's in slot number 1. I am telling you, armor on a chest piece can by itself get you so close to 65% armor mitigation, which if you don't know, 65% is the highest in the game. The damage to elites and protection from elites you can actually get in the other slots, so you do not want that in the first major slot because you can change that out for something else. As in second slot, you get the exotic damage resistance. The exotic damage resistance protects you from skills, so that is something you may want to consider if you are looking to protect yourself from skills. However, for me, this is where I would go ahead and put in a gear mod slot, and go ahead and you can put in either stamina or firearms at that point to raise your abilities up that much more, depending on what build you are looking for. The last slot we have here is health on kill, armor, damage to elites, and protection from elites. And this one's up in the air. You can go with either health on kill or another gear mod slot. Health on kill, if you have enough of them on your armor and you kill an enemy, this is amazingly helpful in PvP and PvE. Now, it's more amazing in PvE than it is, fighting another player. However, when you do eliminate somebody, getting that health back can save you in those last minute clutches. However, you can, if you want to, change this out for a gear mod slot. That is completely optional, completely up to you, but honestly, for me, I would go with health on kill and just run the one gear mod slot, because you'll be able to put gear mod slots somewhere else. Now, the next one that we're going to look at is going to be between your ammo capacity and your increased kill XP. Obviously, increased kill XP will help you level up in the dark zone, however, it's redundant once you're at max level. So ammo capacity has to be that one. The last one, obviously, is your minor attribute, which affects your skills. Whatever skills you feel like you need can go into this slot. Either way, you guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.